Hey, what's up, everybody? It's TeaRon here. That's TeaRon, period. And you are tuning into another episode of the Ubiquitous Blacks podcast. Now, it is rare that this thing happens, for me anyway. It is rare that I am strucketh by a star. Let me tell you, I've been around a lot of well-known people, but never have I been like palm sweaty, anticipating. And so, anxiety is for like rich white girls, right? So all of a sudden my hands are shaking, right? But the person that I am going to be chatting with today is someone who I honestly recently came across due to the work that he's been putting in out of South Africa, an actor's actor, if you will. And I am completely honored to be sitting here and chatting with. Now, y'all, if you know me, you know the names. No, there are not any names like South African names. There's not any tongues like South African tongues. But I think I might have this one. You see, I'm warming up, right? I think I might have this one. But let's see you let me know how well I do. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce you to Kwenzo Ngcobo. How did I do?
That was perfect.
I'm getting good at this.
That was on point. But now when it's full, it's a full name, then it's Kwenzo Ngcobo.
Huh?
Yeah, when it's a full name, it's Kwenzo Ngcobo. It means to do well.
Kwenzo Ngcobo.
Yeah, Kwenzo Ngcobo.
Kwenzo Ngcobo.
Yeah.
Look at me, man. You can't tell. Kwenzo, most of our listening and viewing audience is going to be more so US based, right? So what I want to do is I want to give you the floor, give you a chance to introduce yourself to people who may not be familiar with your work yet, but also may not also be able to pronounce your name. So if you could introduce yourself to the people, let them know who you are, where you're from, and what you do.
Well, my name is Kwenzo Ngcobo. I'm from a small place called Ezinkonweni. It's around a district in Ogu district, Puchepston. I'm sure none of you guys know it, but you can check it on Google Maps. It's a small Kasi vibe, rural. It's mixed, So that's where I'm coming from. Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. I mean, yeah, we don't know it, and we can't even look it up on Google Maps unless you spell it for us. So
I can't.
So I first came across you after one of my buddies was in a series with you, and that series was Soon Comes Night. It recently was released on Netflix, and from that point on, I went on a Kwenzo tirade, right? I did everything short of put like your name in, like, how you go on Google and you put alerts for a name. I pretty much should have just went ahead and done that because I did everything else. I was like, yo, who is this? And there was yourself, and there were several others who just, blew me away. And one thing that I tried to do is I tried to make it a point to seek out content that would not normally come across our media, right? Actually putting the work in and just finding these like unique talents that may not otherwise be seen or talked about. So it was very important to me to not only shed light on the work that you guys put in with that particular series, but also I went the full distance. I like put together a PowerPoint. I was practicing names. I even reached out to a South African friend and I was like, hey, here's a list of names, bro. Let me know how to say these so I can get I was fully getting ready because I wanted to just put full respect on what you all did with that. I say that to say this. I think that it's important for us to share in each other's art at a significant level. And I feel like, and you can let me know what you think about this too. I feel like with South Africans and Black Americans, I think we fail to realize that we share a lot of common ground for a lot of reasons. And you also see that in our art and our work. But what are your thoughts on that with coming out of doing this series? You're always working, of course. Were you surprised that you got some some attention from this side? Because we were on you. We were on you, buddy.
Of course it was. Because I didn't know it was gonna be, it was gonna reach you guys. Except if you guys are this side, then you were gonna be able to see it, obviously. But I was, I mean, it's such a that's a whole point, to make sure that we reach out to the people internationally. You understand? So I think I was surprised, and I was also happy at the same time that people are watching it from overseas.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. We watch it. I put them subtitles on immediately, but it's worth it. It's worth it. So it's my understanding that this, of course, has come later in your still fresh career, because you're putting in the work even now. So I saw you at Soon Comes Night, but I started digging and I was like, this guy's in everything, yo. Let people know about some of the series that you're in, what's currently airing, what you're most known for, that kind of thing.
My breakthrough was with the show called The Wife. It's based on, it's inspired by the series of books by Sis Tutu Busanetube. It's called the Shomu series. It contains of 6 books, if I'm not mistaken. So it's based on the characters and the story. It's inspired by the books. So that was my breakthrough. That's what people know me for as Okawe from that show. That was 2021 when we started filming it, and then it was airing on Showmax. It's on Showmax. But before that, I was doing theater shows after graduating, because I did drama studies at the UT. I graduated, and then I decided, because most of the students, when they graduate, they go to Joburg, because that's where the hostel is, So, yeah. And then I decided, no, I don't think I'm ready to go to Johannesburg right now. I just want to fix myself, because I think it's too busy and loud at the same time. So and very fast. So I just wanted to, focus on theater for the time until COVID happened. And then
I mean, that is the honestly, that is the marker for a lot of things. One thing that I took out of that was like, it let us know, okay, look, we're going to sit you down for a second, but when this lets up, you got to be ready, right? You got to be ready to go. And I think a lot of people were just sort of like anticipating that launch. And some people did not launch out of it. But you seem to be on track. You seem to be, catching your stride. And I'm not mad at that.
Yeah, I think it did help me a lot to just like focus on myself, focus on my craft and have like a purpose or know why am I doing this, because I am still learning. Even now I'm still learning. I'm learning from different people as well, uh, to be like a proper storyteller, and,
Yeah.
so it can reach the
The
audience
masses.
globally. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think it did help me a lot, because after that, when it was announced that COVID, it's a real thing, I went home, and then I just stayed with my family for the time. But with the people that I was working with in on the theater spaces, we would like connect and then talk about what can we do to survive financially.
Yeah.
And it was difficult, so don't want to lie, it was difficult to change everything. So, but that's what I wanted to do, to
Yeah.
to do theater. But sadly, I couldn't do it after, even if when they've opened, and then the rules were like very, very tight. We were very restricted a lot. We had to stream for the kids, for other people as well. Because I
Yeah.
was doing Shakespeare. I was doing Shakespeare.
On stream, on live stream.
Yeah. I was doing Shakespeare. And then I went back to I went back to Durban
Yeah.
after they've opened. And then it got like a mild, I don't know if I'm calling it right, but a mild depression.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I was just like struggling to pay my rent and everything else. And then I decided, okay, I think this is time I try television. Contacted my agent, and then we spoke, and then I told him that I'm ready. I'm ready to come to Joburg. And then he started like sending me auditions,
Yeah.
and then I would go do auditions. I would do auditions, and then also travel to Joburg to do like callbacks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, but and then at that time, I had a show that was coming that we were working on, but I wasn't happy with the with the money.
I thought you were gonna be like, I wasn't happy with the commute, dog.
I was
Listen,
with the
that'll do it. That'll definitely make you change gears for sure.
yeah.
Let me ask you. So theater was your starting point, your stomping grounds, which as an actor, as a performer, is a great way to cut your teeth. There's nothing like having that stage experience and being able to act and, to an audience in that way. And I fully stand by that. But let me ask you this. Was television, film, was that always in the back of your mind, like you wanted to do that too? Or did that only come at once you were like, okay, I got to diversify my portfolio? Like, or did you always want to do that?
I've always wanted to do television until I went to DUT, and then I started doing like theater, and I started learning about theater. And then was like, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. But before that, I've always loved movies. When I was growing up, like during like the 90s, I used to watch Wilson Snipes, Jean-Claude Van Damme's, Steven Seagal,
Yeah.
Denzel. Yeah, a lot of Will Smith, a lot of films, and then I wanted to do films, but uh, at a bigger stage,
Yeah.
at a bigger platform, and then obviously this thing happened, and I was like, okay, cool, let me try it out, and And then this was it.
I love how you say let me try it out, as if you are not like some acting machine. Like if you're not like a beast on the screen. Like, come on. Don't be so modest. Don't be so modest, Kwenzo. Please.
I'm still learning. I think.
I mean, yeah, we're all still learning, but here's, and I'm being so honest right now. I don't want you to think for a second that you have to be humble in this moment at all. I want you to fully, how would I say this? What I would really say is I really want you to put your shit on the table and be like, hey, this is because I think there's power in, not saying fake it till you make it because you're doing the thing, but I think there's power in saying, I do this, I am the shit. So don't be so modest, because what I want people to do is I want people to do the work, do the research, and see that you are really doing the things, and that you're really an inspiration to people who want to reach that level. One thing that I was listening to you say is you didn't want to make that move to Joburg straight away. Do you feel like that was maybe like a level of like fear, or you just did not trust the process? Why was the hesitancy? Because at this point, I'm sure you've had this thought as well. It was like, damn, why not do this a little bit ago? I should have did this a while ago. We all have those thoughts, of course. But seriously, what was the hesitancy? Like, why the wait? Do you think?
I think it's because of the fame. Mm-hmm. I'm just like because I know if you're on TV, if you're on screens, people will think that they know you. They will just like sometimes act weird. That's why I'm very cautious with my circle, like the energy, the friends. I don't have many friends. I hang out with my family a lot, so I'm very like cautious with the energies that I bring, because sometimes if I go out and I'm not in the mood to like talk to anyone, like people will just like show up and have a fat conversation with you.
yeah.
And they're just gonna be like sitting there awkward, taking pictures.
It's like, dude, I'm trying to eat my sandwich, man.
It is. It's crazy.
The closest I ever got to that, because when you become associated with high profile people, what you don't realize is that there are people out there who do the research, meaning they know your mama name. They know if you got a pet hamster, they know your hamster name. And I remember being in Detroit, being on the road. We were doing a summer festival kind of thing, right? And it's an outside thing, so there are areas that are closed off, where there are trailers and stuff. And I was like, I'm almost in Canada, so I should know nobody here. And I remember someone shouting my name, and they were like, TeaRon. And I'm like, what? And I'm standing, with a camera in my hand, like, working. And I'm like, what? Yeah. I was like, ain't no way. And I knew it wasn't like the band. I knew it wasn't anybody that I knew, just audibly. Mm-hmm. And so one of the securities were like, TeaRon, and then they came over there like, do you know that? I said, I don't know, but I want to know how do you know my name, right? It turns out this person was a super fan of who I was working with at the time, and They knew me. They knew where I was from. I said, "Oh my God!" So I'm telling you, I'm like background. I'm not on stage performing with people. I'm just like, and they still know. They still know. So I can only imagine what it has been like for you once you got the wife, and you're now doing these Netflix features, which puts you out to a whole new audience, which leads up to where we are now. So I can, just for my little interaction, then I can relate.
That's crazy.
What's been the wildest part? And when I say wild, I mean like something eccentric or something you can tell us about. What's something that's occurred since you got these roles that put you in this different on another level? What's a story like? What's something happened? You had a crazy fan stalker yet? I'm sure, or how many stalkers I should say.
Man, I think it's there has been crazy DMs, people like trying to talk to my sister, getting to know my brothers and stuff.
What give us like, give us one, Kwenzo. Now give us one. You could take the names out, you can say the location is somewhere else, but give us one in-person thing that has happened that you were like, yo.
Yeah, people like just send you like boobs.
I mean, that can be a blessing, depending on the boob.
Yes.
You if I wake up in the morning to a lopsided set, I might be upset. It might ruin my day. I'm just saying.
I mean, it's just like I'm eating my sandwich and I just want to check my and then boom. It's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. My girlfriend's gonna kill me.
Oh man! But look, it's not your fault. It comes with the territory. Okay, it comes with the territory. If you are not getting random harassments, are you even acting? Are you even a TV star? Are you even a movie star? Look at it that way. You know what I'm saying? See now we're having fun. I want to ask you about some more not serious, but more political topics, if you will.
Yeah.
What do you think about the diaspora wars?
Okay.
Let me ask you this just personally, seriously though. What is your overall perception? Because here's what I perceive, and you can correct me if I'm wrong. I'm prepared to be wrong when I say this. Growing up, I assume that most Black people in other countries grew up with the same admiration for the same, celebrities and things like that. As far as our, this entertainment industry goes, looking at the same movies, right? We share the same. We all love Denzel, right?
Who doesn't?
We all respect Angela Bassett. We basically grew up with the same experiences when it comes to media. I also feel like when it comes to just hip hop culture, I feel like it's been pulled into so many different facets globally. And in my mind, I feel like many African people, many of our motherland brothers and sisters, don't seem to want to always credit that is a fact to me. Do you ever even think about that when you are consuming content when you are studying, roles or whichever, do you ever think about the fact that your source material or the things that you grew up on came from another place? Or is it just a matter of, I never think about it because I just feel like I'm a part of it already? Does that make sense?
I think it does. I think it does.
What's your point of view with that?
Well, like, I am more inspired by people from Hollywood,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, those are the people that I look up to. So I don't know, because at the same time that's where I want to end up, because they, I mean, they are doing great things. I don't know about the politics and everything behind the scenes, but I think while I was growing up, even in South Africa as well, we had like some really nice shows happening,
Mm-hmm.
growing up when I was a kid. And then at the same time, we would like, change the channel and then look at Angela Bassett, Denzel, Wesley Snipes, so yeah, especially I'm more inspired by Denzel Washington,
Yeah.
so I'm always like giving them credits,
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I'm answering you, but
No. You you're definitely there. I guess what I'm asking simply is is do you feel like you were consciously aware always, or when you see Black American culture, do you just feel a part of it? I asked this to some South African friends before, and I just like to see where the head is at, because what I find, and this could be your experience as well, is that most just don't even, it doesn't become a thing for them. They just either feel like, oh yeah, I like, this particular music artist or whatever, right? And they just feel connected, but a lot of them aren't getting the chance to connect with someone from that background. So I guess what I'm asking you is, do you feel like it was just a subconscious existence, or, well, did you ever become just consciously aware of it as well? Like, wait a minute, a lot of the content I consumed is not from South Africa.
Yeah, true. Actually, yeah.
So were you? So simply put, were you always aware of it, or did you become aware of it later? That's what I'm asking.
No, I think I've always been aware of it, because it's a content that I consume mostly,
Yeah.
But now with the things changing in South Africa, they've got some nice shows coming up. So now I'm starting to also, move back.
Yeah.
To the motherland.
Yeah. Like sort of appreciate it more than what you maybe previously did. And I think that's a beautiful thing. I think that it's important. I often run into conversations about, and you may have heard some of these conversations before, about the Black British actors who make a name for themselves only performing American roles. and I get frustrated only because, as someone who performs, as someone who takes it serious and who wants to see our, full stories be told, I'm like, why can't y'all just tell us about your historical figures or do stories about that? And it seems like they're not even upset about it.
Yeah.
So when I see these South African shows and they are telling their own stories, giving their own backgrounds, they're doing things in their dialect, I enjoy that a lot, because I feel like as much as we can do great things and come together and make, Black Panther, I also want to know what's happening outside of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I don't know. My point is that I just appreciate being able to watch and experience other stories from across the diaspora, period. And I think you are attaching yourself to projects that achieve that goal, obviously. But you want to cross over, right?
Of course I do.
Well, before we go, because we're gonna tie it up here in a moment, what would be, and I want you to be very specific when you say this, okay? Because I'll be down in Atlanta soon, and maybe I might show them this. What would be your ideal crossover role? If you could pick up one, would it just be you want to do a walk on a sitcom? You want to join a series already in progress? You want to be on Law and Order? If you were to get that crossover, if you could just craft it out in the way you want it, what would it be? What kind of project would you want that to be?
Not to work with the specific director, just like a role. I think I would like to do Black Panther with Ryan Coogler. 3. What else?
So do you see yourself you want to be considered an action star?
Yes. Like to.
Why?
Because I've growing up, I've always wanted to do action movies, something that has to do with action, so I've always wanted to do something like that. But yeah, I don't know.
This is what I would say. This is what I would say if I was you.
I
would say, all right, so what I want to do is I want to come to LA and I want to go onto a lot and I want to immediately shake hands with Wesley Snipes and Denzel because they are also in the same movie. And I'm playing right across from them.
Wait,
and we are doing an action.
Hold up. Do you know Denzel Washington wrestling?
I'm just saying. Just be just all you got to do is say, I want to be in the Equalizer 10. Manifest.
I'm not sure if Foucault's going to do that.
Oh, gosh.
Okay, I want to. Okay, then.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I want to be on Black Panther and right next to Denzel Washington and Will Smith. Yeah.
See, and since you put it out there, something's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? And when it happens, you heard it here first. Give me my 10%.
I will. I will. Definitely.
If you can, let the people know what is in the future for Kwenzo. If you can talk about something, if not, I understand. But just in general, what are you looking forward to in the near future or the distant future? What can we expect from you?
Currently, I'm shooting a show called Champions. It's about soccer, and it's on Zanzi Magic 161. And at the moment, I'm not focusing on anything. That's the only thing I'm focusing at the moment. But I've been having conversations with other shows as well. I don't think I can say anything at the moment. But I'll send you a DM.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll send you a DM when everything is greenlit. Yeah. Yeah, because I think I like to take things not slow, but on my own pace.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't like to move faster.
Yeah.
I don't know if
Take
I'm
things
putting
like
it.
one at a time, like
Yes.
chew this before take another bite.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but it's the one that we're having a conversation with. It's a very interesting show because they're then coming back with season 2. Um, so we are still talking, but I'll let you know when everything's up. That's
Oh,
it for now. Nothing else.
okay,
Uh,
okay, okay. All right. Hey, 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 look, I'll take
I
it. I'll
got you.
take it.
I got you. I
just
got you.
just whenever it comes and you are running through your list of you're doing your press tour.
Yeah.
you you make sure you log in and you come and tell us about it. Put us on the just and you can put us in pencil, okay?
Yeah.
Just pencil it in and we will
I'm,
we'll definitely have you back.
I'm telling you about it. Tell you about it. I almost, I think it was last year.
Uh-huh.
There was a CBS show that they were shooting in Cape Town. It's called King Shaka. I don't know if you've heard about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I almost like got a role there, but I was still shooting the wife, so I couldn't go and shoot it.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's coming out.
That's all right
Have you
though.
heard about that?
I haven't heard about anything production wise.
Mm,
You know,
yeah.
I try to keep my ear to the different streets, but my ear is all over. So
Yeah.
when taking on this task of like consuming, Black and African content internationally. A few years ago, it may have been a very easy thing to do, but right now,
Yeah.
I think everybody's putting in amazing work in various parts of the world, and
True.
it's a good thing to see. It's a beautiful thing to see, and you are in the thick of it. And I think, again, like I said earlier, I want you to fully embrace that and yell that to people every time when they say, "Hey, Kwenzo, what do you do?" Say, "I'm that nigga. I'm doing the thing." What do you mean? So we'll tie it up here. I've taken up so much of your time, and I do again. I appreciate it so much.
No stress. No stress.
So, as always, everyone, I am TeaRon. You can find me on social media, on Instagram at TeaRon World, on TikTok, if the US has not banned it by now, on TikTok at TeaRon with 2 underscores on the end. And you can email us comments, questions, concerns, all the things, ubiquitousblacks@gmail.com. And also, if you're watching this on YouTube, go ahead and leave a like, comment, subscribe. And let's see, am I missing anything? Oh, if you are listening to this as an audio medium, then feel free to leave us 5 stars on your podcast platform of choice. Now, if you don't want to leave 5 stars, don't leave anything. Just close the app, click on something else, and thank you. But also keep an eye out for polls that you can participate in, questions that you can answer, and different ways for us to connect. Kwenzo, if you can,
Brother.
let the people know where they can find you, keep up with your work, see what's coming next. Don't send Kwenzo unsolicited pics because he doesn't need that. But Kwenzo, let them know where they can find you.
Yeah, for sure they can find me on Instagram, Kwenzo _ Poloba, PHOLB. Yeah, LOBA. Why am I forgetting what I
Do
said?
that again. Do that again.
Yeah, so it's Kwenzo _ Poloba.
Oh, you don't want to spell it again?
P PHOLOBA. I'm sorry. I haven't had my coffee.
I have one last request from you.
Yeah, no stress.
What I like to do is I like to give our guests with different backgrounds a chance to, and this is my own selfish thing, okay? A chance to share something in their own native tongue, right?
Is it? Okay.
If you can, and this is what I challenge you to do. And you don't have to translate it if you don't want to. If you do, that's fine. What I want you to do is speak to yourself, Kwenzo. And when I say speak to yourself, I mean say it with your chest. We manifesting here, man. I want you to tell yourself or give yourself a reminder. Maybe you'll look back on this 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, who knows? And you'll be like, you know what? That's why I started that. That's why I'm doing this. That's why I was that nigga, and I still am. But I want you to give yourself a word of encouragement, but only in your native tongue. What do you speak other than English?
It's Zulu.
Zulu. Okay.
Yeah, it's
whatever you want to say, just go for it. But say it to yourself. I just want to hear it.
Okay. Ngiyenyusu ngizokwazi ukuthi ngisebenze no Denzel Washington, no Will Smith, no Ryan Coogler. That's
Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Did you hear it?
Yes. I just didn't know. If it was gonna keep. I know if it was gonna keep going. I know where it was going.
I don't talk too much. I'm very shy. I don't know how to talk. I'm very shy.
Yeah, but see, look, I think I broke something here. I think that I got you out of this shell, and I'm proud of me. Well, whether you are Black in Phoenix, Arizona,
or Black in Poughkeepsie,
remember, we are Black everywhere. Peace out, y'all. I didn't mean to be putting you to work like that.
Yeah, this is fun.